All right. Welcome back to the No Randoms podcast. You got the full crew here. Your boy Kev.
Anton's here. All right. Go ahead and wait for that.
There he is.
Javo is here as well. Also, check me out at twitch.tv/Mr. Javo. And that's MRJAYVO. Javo.
Dylan, and Dylan, because I spit hot fire.
We're going to get you saying your name eventually, I swear. When you get out here like you're really here. Yeah, welcome back, boyos. We had like the busiest week. This is, it's not a hard show to produce because we have so many topics. I doubt we'll get to them all, but ton of good stuff. Anton, you want to kick us off?
Yeah, man. Let's see. It has been a good week, man. Been playing a whole bunch of new stuff. A whole bunch of fun stuff here. Let's see. Well, first off, man, how y'all doing this morning?
Good, bro.
Real ready for this early Charger game?
Y'all.
There's got to be like 0 Charger fans that listen to this pod. I guess,
0.
too, which is funny. But we're ready for the Charger game.
Just wait, though.
Bright and
you know
early.
some bandwagoners.
I know I got UV coming on a little bit, so I am pretty pumped for that.
It's all at 8:30 a.m. on a Sunday, and this is where I want to be.
I was dying. I seen the Chargers Instagram have posted something supporting the Dodgers, and hell, Padres fans were like, "Yo, we don't support them, dude. What are you doing?"
I was one of them.
They're like, "Yeah,
Come on, mate.
Wrong page for that."
The might as well, like the Chargers, Clippers, and Angels might as well form like a reject, like a B squad LA team, and just hang out together. Maybe we can have one fan base. It'll be sad together. I don't know. What's the point?
With that, I've been liking watching the excuse me, sorry, the Lakers too. They've been kicking it off this week. Exciting.
You know how I be. What my Lakers show coming out through.
Besides
That's
that,
old
man,
squad, senior citizen.
I've just been kicking it off. Really, I've been spending a lot of my time on this Riftbreaker game, dude. Let me see here.
Right.
From when I got up, it's a hack and slash, build, base, collect, and research. What is this? What type of game is this? Like a single? I don't know, just like a single player, like survival game, man. I gotta send the videos to the chat. It's awesome.
You gotta hit me with it. Kick us off with that. What are y'all playing this week? Actually, I'm flipping it on you. You already started. What else you been playing? You said Riftbreak. What else?
Bro, between that and that Back for Blood, honestly, that's been taking a lot of my time up. I've been trying to get that up here too, man. Back for Blood, that's been out on all platforms. It's like a follow up on that Left 4 Dead. I don't know if you ever played that. Back on the old 360 or PS3 consoles.
Are they actually the same? Like, is it the same company? Because obviously they did the like Left 4 Dead, Back 4 Blood. Like, is it the same company or did they just? Do you know?
Let's see. So let me see. It was done by Turtle Rock Studios. Let's see. Left 4 Dead. Yeah, Turtle Rock. Yeah, so same developers.
Well, they should have made that clear. I mean, maybe they did make it clear with the 4 thing again. But
Coming back for
honestly,
but...
honestly, I would have gone fast. Like I went because everyone talked about it, but I would have gone faster if I knew it. Like if I actually knew it was from them and they built some nostalgia in. I don't really even remember specifics, but like build that shit in, man. Why not?
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't think they brought back any of the characters, so that probably had a little bit, because that's the only thing for me that was the difference. But at least the gameplay model, that man, those survival zombie games, that's been fun. You getting some sweat on that. Javo and I were in the sauce there for a little bit.
We were playing yesterday, bro. I was mowing them down with that. I don't know if you played that, the level like on the ship, you have to get on the ferry. But there's a little choke point with the horde where you get the minigun. You don't even move.
Wait,
I was
bro.
just mowing. I got bored.
I
was killing bodies till I got bored. Like, all right.
So you can use that?
What?
The minigun? You can use the minigun?
Yeah, that was me.
Family, I didn't know that. I thought
That
it
was
was
me
the
on the
I thought
gun.
it was the NPCs. Because when I was following you, they were already dumping. I remember seeing somebody sitting in like the tank gunner, just da, 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 da. And I thought that was just
Right.
an NPC. I didn't know that could actually be one of us using one of those turrets. The fuck? I missed out on that.
That was like the first time we played.
Yeah.
I think I couldn't get on, like I couldn't get to it, and so I thought it was NPCs too. And then I noticed after that I had a shot at it.
Yeah.
Do y'all remember? Gosh, I'm looking for it now. That It was like a 4-player. It was an Xbox 360 game. I think this would have been like 2006. It was way back. Do you remember this? It was like an over-the-top third-person 4-player like zombie killing game. No, I'm getting no traction with this.
Left 4 Dead?
No,
it was
because
Left
you
4 Dead.
said it's that two-dimensional, that overhead
Bro,
camera.
this is further back.
The overhead cam, you said?
It's the overhead. Yeah, I mean, like, there's still 3D, but it's the overhead. I cannot remember this game. It had like 4 distinct characters. I remember one of the girls had like little double guns, and one of the dude had like a sword. Man,
Oh, we gotta get the
This
name.
guy's giving me gears.
that's gonna get me forever. You know what? I'm gonna end up searching for this
Yeah,
throughout the
you gotta give me
throughout the
names for
pod,
that.
and when I find it, I will be the only one that's
I
excited.
come back in like a half hour and just yell out the name.
I got it.
That's funny.
Man, but between those, you know, and the usual Apex, almost getting my 110 on the pass. You know, the FIFA been dropping in with all the boyos on clubs. It's been good, man.
Nice.
We've been getting some clubs in. This is true. J-Bo, what about you, fam?
Me? Okay, so I've been playing PUBG a lot, PlayerUnknown Battleground. That's been a lot of fun. I've been linking up with the.
Is that something you've been playing? Because you mentioned that to me, and I was like, I don't remember you ever talking
I
about that.
dipped
before.
into it when I got into PC, and PUBG is like, it's a battle royale. But when I got my PC, I got into that game, and I started playing with my boy John Mike, and it's third person. And the only thing I don't like about the third person about it is that a lot of that like peeking with the camera. So people just hide behind a wall, and you just use your camera to like span around, and that's how you peek around the corners and shit. So there's been moments where I'm like running up the stairs, and I'm like, how the hell do they know I was coming, bro? They'll just time it perfectly and just dump it on me. But I have to learn how to use that whole like third person cam, take advantage of it and whatnot. So playing that a lot to get used to it. But it's been a lot of fun. Definitely different from playing, Warzone. And yeah, I would say Back for Blood, like we mentioned earlier. Got to dip in earlier with Anton on day 1. And then you yesterday, Kev. That was a lot of fun. And of course, New World. Your boy's up to level 17. Let's go. I think I was level 12 last pod. Can't remember.
Tell me what this means. What's the New World update?
The New World, nothing too much, other than they said
Anything
that.
else going on there? Are you on your new universe?
No, I was actually going to get to that part. Unfortunately, that got delayed. So your boy's still technically by himself on the server with a bunch of others, but I got, I think, a buddy that just joined my server yesterday. It's been pretty chill, man. I like the game. It's just I like to kick back, throw some music on, and play that. So, but I've been dipping a lot into PUBG.
Yeah, question. When you said John Mike, is that John Mike? John Mike?
JM. Yeah.
My bad. I didn't mean to speak over you.
No, you're good.
Javo, did you say John Mike? Like John Mike? John Mike?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Like the homie John Mike?
Yes.
From back in the day?
Yeah.
Oh man, shout out John Mike. That's my boy right there. I miss ever since he swapped the PC. I ain't played with him in a minute. That's my boy right there.
It's funny. Is my audio
Rest
low?
in peace.
Right, for real. Another one of them gone to the PC.
That's how it be, bro. When the niggas jump over to PC, just be like, all right, I'll see you in the future, I guess.
Can we?
Right.
I'm gonna do a mic check, Kev.
Hate to see it.
Is my audio low, fam? Like you can't hear me, or Anton, you
Go
can't
for
hear
it.
me?
You're not low, but I think maybe
I can hear you.
You can hear me?
I got you clear, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. I just want to make sure when I answer the John Mike question, I sound like you didn't hear me. All right.
Back in it.
Oh, we good? Cool. Well, shit. What have I been playing? Same things y'all been playing. Back for Blood, Apex, BFuzz. I think that's all this week. Yeah, I'm on the club's grind, trying to get better there, and definitely a lot of Apex. It seems to be kind of normalizing again. There's like that rush of people coming to the game. Kind of last season, it was like a lot of new people, and then like Ninja and Nade Shot and all these other fools that came in. They're trying to be Preds now, but balancing back out. So we have some good ones, but nothing crazy.
Yeah. Pretty good, man.
All right. Well, I think I'm gonna jump into the best thing in gaming this week. Sound good?
Let's get it.
Cool, this one's fun. This is where, of course, we think things are going and exciting to see. This news comes out of Australia. Our headline here is, Melbourne School trains the future of esports stars. This comes from AFR.com, the Australian Financial Review. So that sounds kind of big-timey. Let's see. Wyndham Tech School, a Melbourne school specializing in science, technology, engineering, and math skills, that's STEM for the non-parents out there, has launched Australia's first high school class dedicated to esports, which aims to give students knowledge about the growing professional video game industry. For 9 weeks, Year 9 students from nearby Thomas Carr College will spend 4 hours a week learning how to put on an esport tournament, including skills in basic business and finance, marketing and social media influencing, and tournament coordination and operations. They put a ton of ands, like no commas, no spaces, and like you got me saying. I don't know what they do in Australia. And
we don't like her.
Either way, really exciting, right? That's something that we saw for for a minute. I was like, year 9, like what is year? That's a freshman, right? I think because year 12 is when you graduate. Yeah, in the States, I guess. So yeah, exciting and definitely something that we saw coming, right? Any thoughts?
I don't know, man.
Would you have taken this in high school?
Yeah. I mean, if anything, there's one thing I regret not really following up with this back when I did, because at the time when I was in high school, this was lame still. So,
right. This was not cool. Like it.
Yeah, I definitely would have back in. Yeah, if it was available to me at the time. Yeah,
for sure.
I think it's really dope how it's not focused on like gaming itself, right? It's not like an aiming course or like how to get really good at MMORPGs. It's like, hey, there's a business of this. For me, it's like my journey into music, right? When I found out there was a music business, I was like, well, I'm not a musician. I can't participate in music. I never thought that was open to me. And here again, it's like, no, there's the business of everything, right? And like, if you want to go through, I'm looking at my coffee, right? There's the business of coffee. There's the business of computers, the business of gaming. And it looks very different than actually being with talent. But what's exciting about that, again, is that there's longevity in those opportunities, right? Like we talked about sports, when you have this short window to participate, that's really difficult. And it even happens, I don't know if you guys know this. Shout out to Chris. Chris was telling me about this. One of my friends, he's at SubNation and is a former esports pro. He was sharing with me the same thing with them, where they have that short window to compete. And he was telling me how, Tommy John surgery for like baseball pitchers, they basically throw their elbows off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so there's a surgery. It's in baseball, you get your UCL repaired as much as you do your ACL in like football, right? So it's similar just for the joint that they use. So it turns out that you end up getting the same surgery for your UCL in esports. There's like a Tommy John surgery for esports pros that he was saying like by 25, most of the guys are burnt out and they have to go get this surgery and changes your. I was like, I never thought
that's
that.
wild.
Yeah. Like, who are the old esports pros? They're kids. Just like when you're watching the NFL, the NBA, and you're like, yeah, these guys are 22. So interesting, again, to get back to it, just exciting to see them focus on, again, the business of it, right? Even things like what the social media influence is, and it's not about how to get more fans for you, it's about how to build a brand. So I think that's really exciting. And there are some other really cool companies I just thought I'd mention. One that I've seen just around and I kind of am just excited by is this company called Playversus. So PLAYVS. And what they do, I'm going to butcher it. We'll do a deep dive sometime. What they do is they organize high school esports in the United States, right? So they not only like tournaments, but they also facilitate creating teams. So they'll go to we went to Grossmont High School in San Diego, California. So they would show up to Grossmont and say, hey, do you guys have, or do your students have an interest in esports? And if they had the interest there, which you guys know it's there, then they'll come and provide resources to help them set up the program, help them get into the community, even teach them how to do esport coaching, which is really important, right? So they have all these resources, and they have some cool stats. So they already have, and they've been doing this, geez, I think 5 years, maybe less, maybe longer. But they have this cool stat where there are already more high school esports teams with them in the United States than there are high school football teams.
Wow.
Yeah, right? That's incredible. Like, it's truly special. Again, I just went on and on about what it means. And you guys have heard me go on at length about access, etc. But again, the benefits that sport brings. So again, imagine you're able differently, or maybe you got 4 arms, 4 legs, everything works perfect, and you can't afford cleats or whatever. Right? Like, there's so many barriers to playing sport. And again, the benefits of sport are not about winning the game, right? It teaches you how to be an adult and how to function. Yeah. So either way, Play Versus is opening the door to so many people. We talk so much about girls in sport, women in sport, and then not having the same opportunities. So they're doing something really special. Keep an eye out for them.
That's awesome.
And then just a nod to the NCAA, they chose not to govern esports. So there are these college esports programs jumping out, right, which is cool. And they're even using it in recruiting, I think we talked about. Right? Like, you go on your football visit, and they're like, hey, we got this, we have a theater where you can play Madden, and we've got 50 PCs where you guys can run PUBG if you want. That's part of the recruiting. But they got they have the esports teams, and I think it was 2019, 2020, when NCAA was like, this isn't our space, so we're gonna not govern it, which is awesome, because that means like all the rules are thrown out. You can make all the money you want. You can, like, literally the colleges. This sounds nuts, but you could like wear a different brand. So like UCLA's Jordan brand now, but your esports team can wear whatever brand they want because it's not NCAA part of the contract. Really interesting.
And that's the whole not governed.
Yeah, we'll see where it goes.
I gotcha.
Yeah, they were like, this is not us, so y'all do whatever you want.
Wow, bro.
Handle it. Which opens the door for someone like a Play Versus, right? Here's where it gets really fun, though. So think about, like, I'm happy I remember this. Think about, like, any sport that we're playing. You could never have, oh gosh, it's so much fun. Even simple things. So you could never play all of the games, right? Think about in football, you can only play X amount of games. Think travel, trying to get 100 players on a team or 80 players on a team. What if you want to crown the high school national champion? We know it's really subjective because the teams could never play each other, right? You could never have every state's champion play each other. It's just not feasible. So you have to kind of guess. You're like, well, which state is the best at sports? The champion from those states, based on this and that, you're the national champion. But in things like esports, you actually can play each other, right? It makes it so much easier, but it gets even more fun, right? Because then it gets to, like, something you could never do is have the high school state champion or the national high school basketball champion play the national college basketball champion. Would never work. That would never work. It's uneven. It's unfair. It's not safe for the kids, right? And then same thing at the next level. We always joke about, like, Alabama could beat, like, the Dolphins.
Yeah.
But you could never do that. Again, it's not safe. It's not governed. Who gets paid? Who doesn't get paid? You could never do that.
I mean, didn't it just
opens
happen?
Up all types of fun doors with the pros.
Yeah, and sorry to cut you off, Kev, but that high school team, Bishop Sycamore, that high school team on ESPN that broadcasted, right? Like, they were deemed like, dude, that was unsafe, even though they got their ass kicked. But people were mad. They're like, these are grown men. Like, this could have gotten. Let's go.
But that's what I'm saying, right? This opens up this space where all of a sudden you could start to have the champions play you could have the champions from China play the champions from, like, it's just so much fun where it opens up competition and there are so many new ways that we can start to move, and especially, again, appreciate NCAA staying out of it. Like, cool, y'all stay over there because there's so many more fun things we can do. I'm sure they'll try to come back to it, but for now, best thing in gaming this week, gaming is coming into our schools.
Which, yes, let's
Love
go.
to see it, man. Because back when it was in school for me, it was only 3D animation and web design.
Yeah.
Right. I was thinking about that the other day. Remember when we were growing up and they're like, you gotta be a graphic designer. You gotta be a graphic designer. I know like 3 graphic designers that have work now. It's like,
Yeah.
What happened to that? What happened to that? Build websites. I was like, sure. Okay.
They all moved to coding.
Right? You gotta be like I don't even know. That's well beyond me. I don't want to be no coding. Let's check out sports. J-Bo, you got something good for us?
All right, yeah. So we got some news coming out of EA Sports. They've been in the news pretty heavy this week. first thing we're going to start with is they removed John Gruden from Madden NFL 22. This has come from Hip Hop Wired. The iconic video game developer announced in a statement, Gruden will be swapped out of the virtual sideline with a generic character. Shout out to Chad Masters for the Patriots. And gamers can expect to see this and gamers can expect to see this change within the next title update. So EA's statement via Twitter stated that EA Sports is committed to taking action and maintaining a culture of inclusion and equality. Sorry, there's a typo there. Due to the circumstances of Gruden's resignation, we are taking steps to remove him from Madden NFL 22. We will replace him with a generic likeness via a title update in the coming weeks. So the reason why, just to give a little dip into why Gruden is getting let go, his emails that were found due to an investigation into the Washington Redskins. I guess Washington football team. Apologize for that. Emails expose racist, misogynistic, and homophobic comments. So, therefore, John Gruden had to resign as the Oakland Raiders head coach, Las Vegas Raiders head coach. Still rep the Chargers to the death. San Diego till I die. Let's go. So, yeah, John Gruden is off of Madden. Now, how you guys feel about that? Any thoughts?
You know, I think is this the first person to get canceled in the metaverse? Is that like a new thing? Or you can get canceled in real life and also metaverse canceled?
You think
I would
they'll
say
replace him with a
something,
black
man.
coach?
I doubt it. That's deep.
Maybe not in real life, but on the game.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad at it.
I wouldn't be mad, but
Maybe not in real life.
in real life.
Oh, sad.
Oh man.
You know what? Hey, why not have fun with it? Here we go, Madden.
Yeah.
I got the free one for you, EA Sports. Run a contest. Let us vote.
Yes.
Let us vote like they do on team mascots.
Yeah.
Let us decide. Like, open it up. Sure,
Yeah.
why not? The Vegas Raiders, we're going to run a contest. Do whatever you want to do, but make it fun. And could we have, I see behind you, could we have Obama? My vote is for Obama and or Obama's likeness to coach the Vegas Raiders.
I'm with that. Let's go.
Obama giving the mean halftime speeches, bro, to rally the team.
What we got to do to win the game? Oh, man.
You
So
guys need motivation?
right? Well, it doesn't just stop there. So I guess it's good news coming out of EA
Michelle.
on Michelle. I would call that the good news coming out of EA, but we also got a little bad news. EA Sports is to consider renaming the FIFA gaming series as it reviews rights agreement. Looks like FIFA wants over $1 billion from EA Sports every 4 years to license its name. They said, look, we see how much you're making. Let's go. Get it again. Oh, man.
We need to
I
get
like
that
that.
shit.
I like that. No, I like that shit, bro.
That was definitely one of those.
Man, so yeah. Coming out of Sky News.
$1 billion every 4 years?
Every 4 year. EA Sports, the company, said it's
What is up with
reviewing.
them? They really do. They really think.
Yeah. Who? You talking about FIFA? The organization? Like, you talking about the...
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wanting over $1 billion?
They're so wild. The news that comes out with them all the time is always insane, and it's always this crazy value. Like every time they think they are so incredibly valuable, like it's just the name, like literally just the name. They think is worth $1 billion every 4 years.
Yeah, that's wild. Well, just to dig a little bit. I mean, I'm not a mathematician. Can't even say the word correctly. It says the company EA Sports said it's reviewing its licensing agreement with FIFA, the international gaming body for football. In a statement released on EA's website, the company said it would cut ties with FIFA and rename its series, but it would retain all of its other league, player, and stadium rights because those are separate from the agreement with FIFA. Now, I don't know where they're getting the billion out of, other than FIFA. I mean, they've gained 9.1 million players up since the release date, October 1st. I mean, they have been the leading football franchise and leading, I think, sports title game since its release. FIFA?
Well, they are, because by the nature of football, right? You know what I mean? Like, of course it's going to be bigger than Madden because the sport is bigger. You know? Like, so I get it, but
1 billion?
Again, like you said, it's literally just the title. Like, if you want to call it FIFA, so it's not to keep the players and the likeness and the stadiums and the culture. It's not for all that. They literally think that, so the concept is like, okay, so you guys would lose at least $1 billion if you couldn't call it FIFA, because people wouldn't buy it anymore. You would be losing. You could call it whatever. That I promise you, as someone who buys this game every single year, you could call it whatever you want. You could call it "Please don't buy this game," and I will still buy it. I'm gonna buy it. So the idea that FIFA is like, it's more like if EA Sports realized, I don't know what they're paying them now, but really, if they were smart, it's like, hey, how much are we paying them for this? We should stop doing that. Like, why are we paying them for the name too? Nobody cares about FIFA. Nobody likes FIFA. Like, nobody, right? They have a terrible reputation in the football world. It's terribly corrupt. Nobody likes them. We wouldn't care. We just saw Pez do the same thing. We still call it Pez. Still nobody cares about Pez, but not because they changed the name to whatever it is now. We don't care because the game sucks. Like, it's about the game. We don't care what you call it.
For real.
We'll play with Manchester Blue or Piemonte Calcio. Like, if there's any game that's proven we don't care what you call it, we're gonna play.
It's FIFA.
It's FIFA. And for those that don't play FIFA, some of the teams, they have specific naming rights with one of the two big titles. So like Anton's team, Juventus, they like don't exist in the FIFA game. Their team is there, the players are there, but they have to use a different name, like literally a different name. Or my team, Manchester City, in the PES game, the other one, it's not Manchester City, it's Manchester Blue. Sure, whatever. We know who it is. I don't care, dude. Like, I don't care. It has nothing to do with whether or not I'm going to play. So this is crazy to me.
And again, they got
to follow up on that. It's EA has since the release in October.
9.1 million new players. So back to Kevin's point, like, no one gives a damn what the name's going to be. It's like, I mean, to get 9.1 new, like, that's crazy.
Gaming is growing, bro. Like, I mean, it's growing. It's becoming more and more normal and more accepted. Again, as we become the parents, and then eventually the old heads. It used to be something for kids. Now it's kids and adults. Like we were talking about in our health episode, really soon it's going to be kids, adults, and seniors. The audience continues to grow. It's not going to get smaller. Call it whatever you want or don't. We're going to play our game.
True that. I was trying to look it up what I was going to say. I believe it's Konami is the one that has the rights with certain teams. And then it's EA has the rights of, like, because that's why they have, like, Barcelona, Juventus, I think Manchester's big enough for them on both, but Manchester's was a big platform on the new eFootball. Well, PES is now eFootball. But I believe it's those designers or the design studio, whatever. They're the ones that have the rights.
Yeah, they changed their name, which is pretty funny. But that game is actually shit. It's gone to shit. Apparently, I haven't tried it, so I can't dig too deep.
It's not too good.
From what I've read, that game went to shit, and it's free to play.
Captain Tsubasa?
No, I have not, man. I know we were big in that game up.
Captain Tsubasa,
the anime one.
Don't.
Oh, it's whack.
It's awful.
Oh,
it's not good.
Do you have it on Switch? No.
Yeah.
It's on Switch, and it's still awful.
It was like a full price Switch game, like a $60. I played it for 8 minutes and was like, all right, this is, well, I'm stupid.
Oh, I feel like it'll be nice on Switch, too. You said, hell no.
It'd be like that.
All right. Well, do you guys have any name suggestions?
I really thought. Either way, we're going to end up playing FIFA.
Yeah.
FIFA?
You would call it Beefa?
Beefa.
Beefa. I'm with that. Yeah.
That's what we call it anyways.
I know, right?
That would be like, all right, we're going to call it FIFA 23.
Yeah, we don't even call it FIFA. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Did y'all playing FIFA? That's funny. That's funny. All right, what we got?
I'm over it. I have a big, before we get into this kind of rapid fire topics, I have a cool business one. So we'll cover the business angle here.
I'm ready for this one.
I think is super important.
Yep.
So it looks like Roblox pushes toward avatar realism and plans to add NFT-like limited edition items. This one comes from TechCrunch.com, which, by the way, I think is exciting, right? Just the fact that it's covered by TechCrunch and this isn't from Engadget or eSports Insider. This is like an important business article, right? It says here, at its annual developer conference Thursday, Roblox painted a picture of what's next for the fast-growing online multiplayer portal. That's like catnip for kids and teens. In his keynote, Roblox co-founder and CEO David Baszucki, what a great last name, outlined plans to spruce up player avatars, introduce new in-game monetization streams, and streamline the experience for developers dreaming up the user-generated content that turned the company into a massive success at the intersection of gaming and social networking. Alright, sit tight. Roblox is known for its blocky, relatively unsophisticated character models and game graphics, but the style hasn't dampened the company's explosive growth, which has always blown me away. It's always crazy to me. Still, Roblox is working to make player avatars more lifelike and customizable, choices that fit well with the company's aspirations, both to keep the platform attractive as its young core user base ages up, and to enable many forms of self-expression across its endless hub of virtual worlds. Like we were just talking about, again, the player base ages, and right, if you can adapt with them, it benefits you. Stay around. On Thursday, Roblox announced a few meaningful changes in this direction. The first is layered clothing, a visual update that will make avatar outfits more realistic and dynamic. So your favorite Roblox virtual jean jacket will fit your character model, whether you're a humanoid version of yourself or a dinosaur. Clothing will fall around avatars and drape naturally, like it would in a more photorealistic game. The newly announced Roblox avatar updates aim to inject both more customization and more realism into the blocky, Lego-like looks that are synonymous with the platform now.
I'm looking at this.
This is a big deal,
man. I'm looking at this Roblox.
Does it look cool?
This guy that's like a rock form. Looks like a rock form. He's got some overalls, bro, and the way it's hugging his thighs, like you could see the rock curves in his thighs on the overalls. Like you can definitely see how form fitting. Like
the way I'm going to clip that and replay it over and over.
You got the thick thighs, right? You got thick rocky thighs.
The way it's hugging them rock thighs.
Check them out. I gotta clip this.
You stick with 3 C's,
bro. You got to, and then we gotta clip it, and I'm gonna get a snap of this, and we gotta post it, get a little edit, and show them thighs, bro. Y'all go crack up.
We'll get it up. We'll get it up so y'all can see. This is gonna
be the thumbnail.
Y'all can see the thickness.
Yes, please.
Y'all can see the thickness as well. But yeah, right. Like, again, for those of us that have kids, I play Roblox. I should have put that in my. What did y'all play this week? I play Roblox for like 2 hours a week with my little girl. She's 9. We love it. Originally, that was a big barrier for me. Like, it looks like a kid game. Same thing with like Minecraft. It's just like when there's a good show that you don't want to start because the name is stupid. Which, like, even if you've had it recommended to you 20 times and you know it's going to be good, it's like, yeah, but the name is just kind of dumb to me. I just couldn't start. And then who would have guessed? It was great. It's kind of like that, right? Where the blocky, it's this huge barrier at the face of it. And it's interesting timing because just this week, we're working on, right, like a high level brand activation thing. And it wasn't, I don't lead that part, but my buddy Eric does. And so he was coming and talking about Roblox stuff, like just possibilities in Roblox. And I was like, have you seen some of these guys? And I was showing him some Fortnite stuff. Not because I like Fortnite more or Fortnite creative. Like, honestly, I like what you can do with Roblox more. It's more accessible, etc. But it just looks cooler. Like, when you're trying to do stuff and you want to get a takeaway, it just doesn't look great to execute brands in Roblox. It's like, it makes me feel like you know how to connect to the kids, but it just isn't a beautiful execution ever. So I think that they definitely understand that there's a desire for more sophistication.
This is
Y'all
going pretty cool.
Y'all gonna start playing Roblox?
Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. I think
It's gonna take over New Worlds.
They're just gonna be swagged out with these damn Roblox characters, bro. That shit's sick.
I just want that to be the episode named Rocky Thighs.
Rocky thighs. Rocky thighs. Bro.
Rocky Thighs.
Can't get over it. Oh, bro.
It's just been, I've been dying at that, looking at this
Bro.
picture, just thinking Rocky Thighs.
Let's
It's so
try to get some
funny.
Rocky thighs, bro. That's what we do. Tell you.
Well, it's going to be a big deal. I think this will open up a lot, and you guys know that businesses are doing so much in Roblox right now, and I think it'll just make it more appealing to so many people, and keep kind of pushing, you know, brands, businesses, activations into the metaverse. It's like the easiest way in. So excited to see more Roblox.
Well, I'm happy you said that, because I wanted to follow that up with what I was looking here. Speaking of, like, you know, in the mix of like clothing and the culture of gaming and all of that, I saw that the Balenciaga is also linking up with The Simpsons. You guys saw this?
I did see that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, interestingly enough, again, it continues to kind of double down on their like new digitally connected, like we're in the know of culture.
I'm so hurt.
It's strange, such a high fashion brand.
It's
So yeah,
so
they did
high
the Fortnite
fashion.
thing, and then now they did the Simpsons thing.
It's just so funny to me. Like, I don't know. I'm just like, man, these guys are, everyone's just mixing everything in here. I love it. No, it was that. And then I wanted to follow up. What we should have did was this weekend in Liverpool is the Anime and Gaming Con. I was trying to get a link to send this to you guys and look it up. But apparently it is a all-age event for gamers, fans, cosplayers, and comic fans. Bro, this
Right
looks
down Liverpool.
hilarious, bro. I had no idea that. Right. I would have
You
thought
born-
because
you
of
born
COVID,
Mo
nothing
Salah
like this
pulled
was
up?
going on. Right. Everyone's at
Oh, they just
the.
had Comic. They just had
see if I
Comic
can
Con in
send
New
you guys
York
this.
like 2 weeks ago. You didn't.
They did?
You didn't see that side. You didn't see that Side Talk New York episode.
No, I thought because the one out here was canceled, so I didn't know that it was still going on.
No, that's because we have real Comic Con. No, New York Comic Con is Flash, but either way, they just did a side talk out there with Spider Cuz. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, that's my boy.
Yeah, Spider Cuz. It was great.
Spider
yeah, exciting to
Cuz.
see.
Let me get to see you guys one sec.
Who's that?
We got Spider Cuz.
Yeah, who's Spider Cuz?
Oh, I gotta put you on game.
Yeah, I mean, I can
You
imagine.
don't be watching
Oh, my
Side
God.
Talk NYC?
Oh, Anton put me on like a couple
no. What are you
weeks
doing
ago.
on Instagram?
Not that.
Yeah, check this out.
Damn.
Look at this. Look what I sent you, bro.
You about to turn this shit up. You heard? Show 'em how I got Batman's parents, son.
I got Batman's parents, son.
They dead. Catwoman could never. Batman could never. All this ass. Adio mio, bendito. Hey, yo, I got spider mommies on spider mommies on spider mommies, man. Hey, she a baddie. You single? You not single. Goddamn. Rest in peace to Uncle Ben.
This is Uncle.
Let's go. All right.
He just said pour one out for Uncle Ben.
Yeah, that's what we gotta do. We gotta pull up on one of those.
Right? Comic Con should only be done with Spider Cuz. I'm with it.
I'm just dying to imagine a bunch of English accents running around here in cosplay. Like, imagine like a British Rick running up on you.
Let me hit the Rick and Morty dance.
Oi, Morty!
Oh, hey, Morty. I'm sick of you. Moving on to we got the week's headlines.
This week's headlines?
We're not doing Rick and Morty dance unless you stand up to do it.
Nah, not at all. I ain't got no pants on.
Oh man.
I don't know what y'all got going on this morning. I don't know what's happening.
Mr. Rocky Thighs over here.
Rocky thighs all out right now, bro.
Dibble's feeling himself today.
I love it,
You're not
man.
that
I'm
guy. No,
vibing.
trust me. You're not that guy.
That's my favorite, bro.
So where we starting?
I'll check out the week's headlines, but I did want to say, you guys got the list in front of us. We got 16, so there's no way we're going to cover that. So I do want to jump around. There are no specific order.
Okay.
Anything jumping out to you guys in a big way?
Well,
J-Vo, you had the 6 days in Fallujah. You
yeah,
wanna start there?
I'm gonna try my best not to go all the way, but I think it's just so interesting. It's definitely interesting due to like it's
Go over
Imagine
it.
literally a video game documentary,
Full send.
military.
You know what?
Like-
Please go in, because this is the type of stuff I'm talking about. Remember I told you I want to do that storytelling?
Yeah.
Read a book or go
Play
through
the
it.
video
Like,
game that yeah.
What
So
do we got?
all right, so don't butcher me on this because I already have the worst pronunciation when it comes to things, okay? I have a speech impediment. I can dance in front of a crowd, but I can't even read like a full sentence in front of people. I think y'all witnessed me in high school do that
I
before.
think you'd be reading great. I don't know. Say what you want, fam.
Anyways, here we go. So
It's in the game, coach.
You got me.
we got this game here called 6 Days in Fallujah. And this is an article coming off of CNN. It's Iraq's.
Damn.
It's been called Iraq's bloodiest battle will be in a video game. 6 Days in 6 Days in Fallujah is an Arab murder simulator, critics say. Developers argue it teaches history. So here's a little story. Najila Basim grew up in the war. The regular sight of bodies and the memory of her friend being shot next to her as they walked to school stained her childhood. Children's laughter was replaced with an insistent soundtrack of exploding bombs, and she lived with the crippling fear of losing her family. I am disgusted that this is something that will be produced. I am disgusted that this will be something that will be producing profit when the people like me suffer consequences of this war, and will have to watch people play it for fun. This is coming from a survivor who's 28 years old now. For I believe Abdullah, how you pronounce her last name, and the other Iraq War survivors, this imminent release of 6 Days in Fallujah threatens to reopen old wounds and trivialize their pain. They want the game shelved. The creators of the video game say it's The creators of the video game say it's grossly misunderstood, and that they are merely using gameplay, the way players interact with the video game, to teach history. So the developer of this game is Highwire Games. They originally were known as Atomic Games before going out of business back in I believe in 2010. And this company,
Right.
Highwire Games, were developing this game back in 2010. And there was already big controversy around it at the time. So now we have the former CEO now developing Highwire Games and relinking with a publisher by Victura. Konami was originally publishing the project back in 2010, but because of the controversy, they backed out. So now Highwire Games
I'm
is
backed out. And Victoria,
yeah. Sorry about that. So Highwire Games has now teamed up with Victura. When Highwire Games was Atomic Games in 2010, they were teamed up with Konami, developing the game.
Cool.
And then Konami backed out
Okay,
because
that
of the
makes sense.
controversy.
So they're bringing it. So this has been planned for a decade. All right.
Oh yeah. So
At least.
just to dig a little bit more, the vision for Highwire is it's part documentary and part video game. 6 Days in Fallujah uses gameplay to recount history and recreate true stories from the Second Battle of Fallujah. The Fallujah story is that the battle isolated from November 7th to December 23rd in 2004. And according to the U.S. Army, it is widely regarded as the U.S.'s toughest urban battle since Vietnam. There was many casualties. U.S.-led forces went house to house hunting for suspected insurgents. Fighters on both sides, as well as thousands of innocent Iraqis caught in the crossfire, did their best to avoid snipers and body traps. U.S.-led forces used more than 300 bombs, 6,000 rounds of artillery, and 20,000 mortar rounds, according to the U.S. Marines. Military officials also confirmed that troops used white phosphorus. It's highly controversial incendiary weapon that burns the skin. There's a documentary on this that you could check out. I believe it was released in 2015. I would have to fact check that. But the founder of the game, founder of CEO Highwire Games, Peter Tampt, if I can say that right, This is coming from him. It's hard to understand what combat is actually like through fake people doing fake things in fake places. Peter said in a statement announcing the game's release, "This generation showed sacrifice and courage in Iraq's and remarkable as in..." Well, I'm sorry, I'm going to repeat that. "This generation showed sacrifice and courage in Iraq as remarkable as in history. And they are now offering the rest of us a new way to understand one of the most important events in our century. It's time to challenge stereotypes about what games can be." I have been following this game for probably the past 2 years when it was announced that they were going to be revisiting this, because I read an article about this before. I watched a video that shows, I'll have to pull that up for you guys, but it shows some of the American soldiers who were on the ground telling their story, and then there's gameplay shown of them actually reenacting that story. And it was very interesting because it was like, even how deep and scary and saddened this whole article is when you hear it, it's something that like I'm very interested in and want to know about. And if I can put it in hands and play it, it's not like, I mean, my mindset's not running around thinking that like I'm just wanting to be violent. It's like I really learned something just by watching a clip of these guys telling the story, you having to play it. I was almost getting anxiety, like I was there.
Yeah.
And I'm a huge fan of this video game documentary series if this can come to light. Yeah, I was really curious to know what you guys thought about something like this, hence why it kind of brought this here.
No, I think that's really cool. I think that that'd be a really good, I don't know, maybe it sounds kind of weird to say, but like way to kind of have like more respect for it, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, not obviously we come from a generation, I think that's never really seen. I mean, well, not really so much, but you know what I mean. Like we have, but I feel like not to like. I think of the degree of like previous world wars of, you know what I mean. So like, I don't know, not to minimize it, but no, I think it would definitely give a lot more like appreciation to the things that like people go through and be a lot more eye opening. No, that'd be cool, man.
I think. I mean, obviously, I think it's cool, and it's tricky because it's you have to feel for the survivor when you hear her recounting the story and how sensitive it is. It's like we were saying earlier, you know, some of these transitions are going to be kind of painful, but they're, from my perspective, which is, you know, going to be as far out as we can be, there's no difference between this and a book or a movie, right, or a film. And now again, there can be, it gets really interesting when it's like, how historically accurate is it? But there are two different routes to go, right? There's historical accuracy, like if you guys have ever seen The Pacific, I guess like it's an old, right, like 8-part HBO series. You know, those characters are real characters. Like it's actually pretty historically accurate. Like those are all based on real people. That said, they don't know exactly what they were saying to each other in their dying moment. You know, you have to take, you do have to take some license. There's going to be some, but that's how you learn. That's how I learned about Guadalcanal and the Pacific Theater. Like it is educational, right? And it connects us to our history and to our past. And even it's funny, when I was out, I was standing in line a couple months ago, getting my vaccine. That's where I was. I was out to get my vaccine, and there were the volunteer workers were there. And there's this really old, you know, they're like elderly people hanging out. This guy must have been in his 80s, and he's standing out there doing the clipboard thing and just excited to see people. And I'm wearing a Face Clan shirt. And so he just does the, Face Clan, what's that? You know, what are you guys doing over there? And I was like, oh boy, how am I going to explain to him how am I going to do this? It ended up being really, really smooth, right? To explain to him what they were, but also how I work in gaming. Either way, it got really exciting, where he started to pique his interest, is when I started to tell him about, is it Assassin's Creed or God of War? Which one of those? I think it's Assassin's Creed.
Yeah,
where they have that like this, but it has, what they have is a scale model of like ancient Rome that you can go and play. You could like it's like down to the street level where it's historically accurate, and so you can play the game. But they also had just this free online version using their same engine, where you could just go and explore Rome and use as an educational tool. right? So imagine taking your class, right? You're in European history, right? The AP European history class people take when they're freshmen in high school. Is there a better way? Like, all right, your homework for tonight, go spend 3 hours in Rome. Could you imagine a better way to learn? So again, the subject matter here is like really tough and it sounds gnarly, but when I'm talking to this old guy, I told him about that's sensitive, old guy. When I told him about
We'll be there soon.
how you could go and explore Rome through Assassin's Creed, he got so excited he's thinking about literature. So he's thinking about he was saying, you know, I was a literature person and I could never get my grandkids to care about some of the most important stories of our history. So he started talking about Geoffrey Chaucer and the Canterbury Tales. If you guys are familiar at all, this is where we go back to like the Seven Circles of Hell. These are like the oldest and most important stories, right? In Western culture, right? And that's the point, right? Unless you're reading these books and you're into this type of stuff, it might miss a whole generation. And he's like, but again, that's the benefit of having the greatest stories ever told is you just build them into the game. You know, you have the best game you could play. And then we come out on the other end like, oh, I just played this great game, Assassin's Creed. And you leave with the working knowledge of a culture.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So either way,
Deep.
I get it. The subject matter is really sensitive, but
yeah, it's super sensitive.
We can't put barriers on this as an educational tool. It's almost unmatched and really exciting about what we can do. And things like this are going to happen for us to get there. What they do with it and how they bring it to life, though, it's not to say they're not responsible, right? They still have to be careful and considerate. But I think we shouldn't shoot down the concept.
No.
It's important.
Check out the video for sure. It's about 6 minutes long, the trailer, because you're getting some interviews as well as them talking about the situation, and then you're watching some gameplay as it starts to happen. And there's some details out too as far as like map changes. Like if you die, like the game it doesn't repeat the same scenario. It's always feeling
really
fresh, and they're trying to make you feel like you are there, you are on the ground. And yeah,
we have to come back to this.
Oh, for sure, we will. We will
talk about it a little bit.
I didn't get a release date, but I definitely am hearing. I think it's within the next year or so.
Dope. Dope. Let's check it out. That's a great one. I'm happy you found that.
Yeah, man.
Very nice. You guys, a little bit of a shift. You want to check out this Epic's film division? I've been interested in this. Like, here it goes. Epic launched a film division, and they're considering a Fortnite movie. This one comes from Eurogamer.com. A Fortnite feature film is being considered as part of plans for a new Epic Games Entertainment division. The move into scripted video programming was reported today by The Information and comes as Epic's revenues have been hit by its inability to expand further on iPhones and Android services. Interesting. We did cover that. Oh, wow. That does really hit them hard when they can't do the mobile gaming. A push into the entertainment sector would bolster Epic's coffers, their bank account, and a Fortnite movie has reportedly already been discussed. We talked about video games.
You did
making the jump into scripted or whether animated or not content. We've seen people try this. There's that like weird Free Guy movie that I kind of want to watch, but also don't, but kind of do. Yeah, what do you guys think? I mean, Fortnite movie tell me the truth, Javo. If Fortnite movie comes out, are the kids taking you to see it?
Yeah, they don't even play Fortnite. But they're gonna know. They know the name. They know what Fortnite is. They know the brand. So they're gonna see the commercial, and I know it's gonna be advertised and marketed very well. So I'm gonna be going to see this film. I'm sure if it ever becomes
in the theaters. Remember that Angry Birds game or Angry Birds movie? And I was like, sure, I guess.
There's like a few of them.
That works.
No randoms.
It's so interesting, when we were kids, they had those, I think of all the infomercial commercials they had, like Hot Wheels or Light Bright, all those sock 'em boppers, all those things that like kids knew about where they had their, we had the song in our head and we had this IP, and now it's definitely transitioned into video games. I think this is something I'll end up paying to go see in the theaters as well. But excited to see what else they create. Epic, don't they make PUBG? Did I make that up?
No, you're right.
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure. No, you're right.
And Rocket League? Yeah. Like they have more IP than Fortnite, right? So again,
here's
an idea. Disney Pixar, right? We have the Cars franchise. Maybe Rocket League is in the next one. Right? Like, we're starting to see them develop and evolve together, and that could be really cool. So they have more IP, and again, they can start to lift. Not only can they create their own films, but maybe they can lift some franchises like a Cars. So I think this is pretty cool.
Yeah, I got to give it to you. Initially, I was kind of like, but now that I kind of think about it from like a broad perspective, that'd be because it's something that a whole generation knows, kind of like what you said. So, I mean, if there was like a Fortnite movie or a PUBG movie, anything like that, or even if they made it a series, especially with the characters, that would definitely be something that would be box office hit.
You just hit me with that. There's like, hearing you say it for whatever reason makes me think of, how they planned the entire Marvel multiverse, right? From Iron Man in like 2005, and they built it all the way out. They already have all these deals. There's very much like a Fortnite universe. You know what I mean? Like, could you imagine the episode where Rick and Morty are in? But it's like the voice actors from Rick and Morty, or Master Chief comes through. Like, when you make these IP deals, it's like, why not give us more of it? So that sounds pretty cool. I would watch an Apex-based universe show.
I mean,
Apex would be awesome.
The skits,
but like, not even just like Apex Legends, like individuals. Like, if Fuse had his own show and Loba had her own, like,
I mean, the YouTube videos that they'll usually release every time they announce a new character are pretty cool. Like that's already a story itself, right? Like, if you piece them all
honestly,
together.
I'm always like, you guys should do more of this. Like, I would watch a lot more. So either way, I think it's not only things that we're talking about here and other people are imagining, but it's happening. So the Fortnite movie might be Iron Man. When we're like, wow, this is really good. This was cool. And then, 20 years later, we're like, we had no idea we'd be watching Loki on Disney Plus. When it all started with that one kind of domino. Very cool.
All right.
You guys want to pick one? Got the article list there.
Yeah, I wanted to get into this, the Nintendo Switch.
Let's do it.
What was this? They're expanding to Sega? What was this not opening?
Punk ass Nintendo.
Yeah, so Nintendo Switch Online's N64 and Sega Genesis expansion pack launches October 25th for $49.99 per year. Let's see this. So from TheVerge.com, Nintendo has announced the price and release for its upcoming Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack subscription tier, which adds Nintendo 64 games, Sega Genesis games, and bundled access to the new paid Animal Crossing: New Horizons. Did you guys play that game? Animal Crossing?
I did.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My character looked just like me.
I was part of the hype. I was a mad part of the hype.
I was like, yay, they do black people right.
Sorry to interrupt. I just thought about that. I never played that game, so maybe I could. Just seeing this gave me like, it's exciting me.
Get a Switch. Get a Switch, bro. Get a Switch.
That's what I've been thinking about it. And seeing this now that they're adding Sega Genesis, man, that's my generation. So, and especially N64. So I was like, oh, all right. Now y'all got me.
He's thinking about it.
Right.
You're not going to convince me. That's what it took.
Honestly, yeah, bro.
I'll see you on Nintendo Online. Bust your ass in Starbucks.
Oh my god, don't even get me started. But let's see. Happy Home Paradise DLC. It'll cost $49.99 per year for an individual subscription, or $79.99 for a shared family membership. The service will officially launch on October 25th. Let's see. Those prices are a big jump from the regular Switch Online subscription, which costs $19.99 per year for a single membership, or $34.99 per year for a family subscription, which actually isn't too bad, thinking about it. The Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack subscription tier offers the same benefits as the standard Switch Online service, including online multiplayer, classic NES and SNES games, awesome, cloud saves, and other perks. Let's see, what's this about retro titles? But the expansion pack subscription also adds access to other retro titles from the Nintendo 64 and Sega Genesis. Today's pricing announcement included news that the premium subscription service would also bundle access to the new same thing, which is set to cost $24.99 on its own if you just went Animal Crossing by itself without it. But no, man, just access to these old games and Nintendo 64. Man, I love the Nintendo 64. You tell me if I can get GoldenEye on the Switch, I can get some Super Mario, jump over to some Smash Bros. Come on.
This will be the time to get one right here, man, because they're going to be a nice little bundle package coming out that's going to include this. So this most likely probably be the time to get one.
Yeah,
like $49.99 per year. Like, I can do $49.99 per year. That's not bad.
No, it's a game.
I want to say that's as much as the PlayStation subscription is.
right? Oh, I don't
thought
know.
PlayStation was like 70. I don't even know. It's like with FIFA, where I'm like, whatever it is, it's basically essential. Like unless it's like $500.
Yeah.
Like if you kind of need it. Like I'm not gonna have a Switch and not
Yeah.
have this. So take the money. Sure, you got it. It's worth
Right.
it. I don't know that. Speaking of like IP bundling, right? Like Epic Games, give me the Fortnite and the Rocket League. I don't think anybody does IP bundling better than Nintendo.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, even think about Smash, but like we're gonna put Pikachu in there. Uh-oh. Anton, we lost your
Your camera's off, FYI.
Ooh, it says you got poor internet quality. Whatever. We can't see you, but you're still being recorded,
Yeah.
so we'll be alright. We're learning on the fly, but again,
Yeah.
either way, yeah, they do the best bundling, and so again, for the full package, like I don't play the Animal Crossing anymore, but like I get Super Nintendo and Genesis and N64, and I think you need to have this to play online. I'm not sure, but I think
Oh.
you need to have it like Nintendo Online to play online.
Oh yeah,
don't
yeah,
you?
yeah, for sure. $9.99 for me.
So like I'm
Think it is.
paying it anyways.
Yeah,
bro.
I'm already
So, like,
paying
they're-
it.
To me, they're just building more value in.
This is
and I appreciate it.
this is gonna push. Honestly, like I'm probably gonna end up wanting a light just for myself because we got a Switch for like the family we all use, but this right here is like kind of got me wanting to almost get a light, just personally have my own, to play.
I've been thinking about I thought
Yeah.
about how like a backpack. It's like a grown up Game Boy.
yeah,
Right?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
a better Game Boy.
Pull out
I've been
the go gadget Switch.
I've been
shit.
thinking about it. Do you have the big controllers, like the big Joy-Cons? Or
No,
are you
I
still
don't.
using the little things?
Still got the little. Oh, I got.
oh,
I got.
bro, it's a different.
I don't have the like the big Joy-Con extensions like to the Switch like handheld. Or
It's not really I've seen the extensions, but there are different. I'll have to send them to you.
I have
I
different
got like
controllers.
everybody else that I play Switch with on this, but it's like they have like it's like a scuff for a Switch.
Wow, no.
Like the back
But
one
like
for
it's
your
got
phone.
real triggers. It's got back. Yeah, and like I can't like you can't play real games like Apex. You can't play on Switch with the little. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
So I'll have to put you on game, but it's way different.
I think I have it,
They
fam.
make fun of me because my Switch is like this big.
Oh no, yeah, I don't have that.
talk about
Then.
it.
Hell no, yeah, that's wild.
Does it have triggers and like
No,
an assignable button?
No, I don't
on
have
the bottom?
it. I don't have
Then
what
you
you're
don't
talking
got
about.
what I got.
Yeah, no, I got a whole ass extra controller. Yeah, that's like.
See
you
me
know,
in
but-
Switch Apex.
Nope.
You don't want that.
Nope, I can even see you on
Bust your
PC on
ass.
Apex. I still get smacked.
I don't want to see that. I hate it.
Got the extra auto aim assist.
Right. So, you guys,
Yo, when I bust somebody in Apex off the Switch,
Yeah.
I'm like, you must be so tight. You must, because you can't do any. You kind of
yeah,
you have to use
Frames are so
shotguns.
bad.
If you get beat by me.
So I was thinking about getting into some Battlefield real quick. You guys don't mind? Just this hard zone. I was pretty
No, that
excited.
was-
yeah,
yeah, go ahead.
yeah. So
Well, hey,
Go ahead.
If it's cool.
No randoms.
All right,
all right, ready?
You ready, Jay?
Oh, yeah.
You were hopping into something.
Battlefield.
Take us away.
So, I don't know if you guys heard me a couple weeks ago when I was talking about there's like another mode that Battlefield or DICE never announced. They had in the works. They're kind of
Right.
keeping it on the low. So that announcement just came this week as Battlefield 2042 Hazard Zone revealed trailer shows a 32-player PvP versus E mode. This is coming from Metro.co in the UK. DICE has revealed the mysterious third party for Battlefield, and it's now neither a battle royale or an escape from Tarkov, which I was kind of more excited about. Battlefield 2042. Ooh, there we go. Battlefield 2042 is out in just a month's time, and most people that are interested already got to play the recent open beta. But there's one element of the game that's been kept secret until now. New mode, Hazard Zone. Developer, DICE, describes it as a third pillar of the game. After the standard multiplayer and the game editor Battlefield Portal, the only thing they've said before is the only thing that they've said before is that it's not a battle royale. And while it has some minor similarities with the style of game, that's certainly not what it is. It's closer to Escape from Tarkov, but still very much its own thing. As you join one of up to 8 teams of 4 down to 6 teams on last gen consoles to hunt down you're gonna hunt down downed satellites and get extracted before deadly tornado forms. So back to the little part there. The up to 8 teams is only on next gen consoles, and then old gen it's down to 6 teams of 4. Is 6 teams of 4? Okay.
So RIP if you're on PS4 or whatever that old Xbox is called.
Okay, and you're hunting down satellites. You're extracting like data cards from them. It looks like. And you want to try to get out alive, and there's, I believe, 2 extraction points per game mode. So, yeah, it looks like there's only could be 2 survivors or 2 teams that could survive, if I'm correct.
And excuse me for like the simple, right? Yeah, simple sounds like you said it, but like obviously so there's more teams than there are survival spaces. So like you're competing against each other, and you can kill each other. I'm sure. This sounds super dope.
Another thing is
this sounds pretty
they're
fun.
also throwing in enemies, so they're gonna have bots there too. So, and that's the Tarkov-ish side of it. So on Tarkov, how that works is like you suit up as a squad, right? We suit up as a squad. We bring whichever guns you want to bring. In this game, looks like you're gonna get to bring whatever character you want to bring, and then we load into this map, and that's where you're gonna have to worry about other players as well as there's bots running around. My thing is, how many of those bots are they included in that 32? They shouldn't be, right? It's 32 actual players, and I don't know how many bots are actually there. So we don't really know how much warfare is really going to be. You know what I mean? Like how much you really have to worry.
Who knows? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, mate, because it could be like Back for Blood, where it's like bots to fill in your squad if you don't have a full 32. But yeah, or maybe not. Maybe it is just they're gonna have X number of bots.
Yeah.
Just thrown in to kind of
they will.
To mess with you. Either way,
yeah.
This sounds great. And we're here for new game modes, right? Like we were playing the same like multiplayer based games since like Fusion Frenzy, right? I think Xbox is like the same Capture the Flag and Back on Blood Gulch, which was great times when I was 12. But again, it's time to evolve, and this sounds really exciting, and yet another reason or another way that Battlefield differentiates, and another reason to play the game that's new to me. Sounds awesome.
Yeah, you've never played Rush either, huh?
Oh, that's another mode. Rush.
Yeah, see. Yeah, Rush is...
What are you talking about?
So Rush is another game mode on Battlefield that only Battlefield has, where you have like... where you have an A and B location. So it's like there's a teams of 16, right? And then one is defending, one's attacking. There's an A and B location. You have to get through the 2 locations before you get through. And there's like different tiers. So Battlefield's the only game I know that has that game mode, at least, on top of like the massive scale Warzone, like the big Conquest, and then now they added the Battle Royale, and then now this mode. So
this is gonna be a lot of fun. I'm just curious to know what is the downside to losing, because again, in Tarkov, if you lose the loot you came in with, unless you have it insured. I don't know how that works, how this is gonna work. Like what's like. There's still that fear of like losing in when you drop into the world of Tarkov every time you drop into a map, because you know that my equipment, if I die, I'm going to lose that gun that I found that I just brought in here. And
I do like it's like a raise a hand function.
Yeah, yes.
What does this mean? So like, sorry, in Battlefield, you have equipment that like you have to secure, purchase, obtain, and it sticks with you in the different game modes. And in just one of the game modes, you lose it if you die.
I'm asking if that's how it's going to be, because this game Tarkov is that way.
I'm asking, is that how it used to? Yeah. Okay, that's what I was asking.
Okay.
Yeah, is that how Tarkov works?
Yeah, Tarkov works that way.
So like. But are the guns hard to, or is this equipment hard to get? Because then, like, why would you? I'm not playing if I'm not going to win.
Right. Well, there's a market system in Tarkov. Like, Tarkov is a whole different thing, and we could probably get deep dive separate.
We'll have to explore.
Yeah,
we'll have to explore
that's the only thing I'm trying to get. I'm like, okay, like, there's that fear of Tarkov, which makes it a little bit more exciting, but at the same time scary to jump in, because you're like, fuck. But if I die and they find my stuff, they get to keep it, and I'm like, dang it, I gotta go try to find that gun again, which it's not added.
That's good to know. So, I'm surprised they didn't touch on that. But we'll find out. Maybe they did. We didn't scroll down far enough.
I couldn't see them doing that. I think they'll just do you drop in basic and then the loot you find, like you know what I mean? It's almost like a regular battle
like
or BR. Yeah, like whatever you find, depending on the tier, is a good loot. But obviously, if you die and you drop it,
you played the Division, Kev?
Come on, fam.
Yeah. No. I don't. No. Oh, I thought you played the Division at least.
You played the Division.
Damn, that was like
I almost mentioned the Division earlier when you were talking about the tours of Rome, because that happened to me when I went to New York. I played the Division 1 and 2 so much that when I went to New York, I was literally walking through streets like, I swear I've ran down this street before on the Division. Like,
oh, that was y'all when, like the first time y'all ran up to LA. You're like, oh, this is like Los Santos.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. You're like, I used to work across the street from here. I took Kev. I remember you're like, I'm in the car with you.
Street right now.
I'm in the car with Kev on GTA. He's like, bro, I used to take this route right here. I'm like, nigga, let's go play.
I got you, bro. There's an alleyway right here. I promise. There's a garage down here at the Capitol Records building.
Yeah, he dying, bro. I remember he stopped in the middle of traffic. I used to work right.
There was a really fun when these guys got me on GTA 5 for the first time, also like 6 years late, and I was like, oh my god, this is crazy.
As someone that lived in LA and then you played a game that like replicated LA, you're like, oh wow, this is very accurate.
Right. Like, I say, where you got this from? This makes sense to me.
But now that's that game mode though. That should be fun. And I still want to deep dive into Tarkov because that does look fun.
Oh yeah, I'll get.
Well, we need to do.
Yeah, have a moment.
We need to do a Battlefield 1 because again, it seems to be a much deeper game than I just wasn't on my radar. And again, you guys because you've been playing so much for so long, you know all these the Division and whatever the other game is you talked about. On like the surface of it though, like outside, like I am a gamer.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's Call of Duty, Apex, Fortnite.
Yeah.
PUBG is like out there as a thing people talk about on their cell phones, I think. What's the other one? Siege. Siege is a thing. Sure, but like those are the ones that really touch, beyond gaming culture.
Yeah.
So excited to learn more about Battlefield. And again, the last one I remember, like I've heard you guys talk about it, but I still like Bad Company, right? The funny game.
Yeah.
I remember those commercials in 2009. So yeah, we'll have to keep pushing on it.
What's next?
I think an important one for this week, sticking around there, is we can't miss it this week. So Warzone debuts Ricochet Anti-Cheat. You guys saw this big post they put out with what was it, like, we're coming for you?
Yeah.
We're coming for you, cheaters.
Yeah.
Was that like an announcement?
That was like the best timeline throughout a week that I've ever seen on an announcement from a video game company. It was like Monday, hey cheaters, we're coming for you. We have an announcement. Be scared. Wednesday come around.
Get it. So hold on, let me get it. It says.
Go into this.
It says so Activision has unveiled its big new approach to squashing hackers in Call of Duty Warzone and Vanguard, and its two-pronged system called Ricochet Anti-Cheat is this new system, right? So they came out with this announcement saying, "Hey cheaters, we're coming after you." Like Anton says, it says this is an article from Engadget.com on October 13th. I'm reading. This new server tools will be live in Vanguard when it comes out on November 5. It's got a two-prong PC kernel level driver designed to monitor the deepest level of every player's rig while they're in-game in an effort to stop outside software from sneaking through this back door. Something, Ricochet is going to be a badass. So, update from Dexerto.com on October 14th. Warzone hackers reportedly reversing Ricochet anti-cheat after leak. In a screenshot posted by Anti-Cheat Police Department on Twitter, hackers are already in the process of reversing Ricochet after the driver was leaked. And they say, P2C devs are already reversing it. This is already very bad. What do you guys think? Major L, what's going on with Call of Duty?
Just L's, bro. I don't even... like I was saying, they announce it one day, a day or two later. Oh, guess what? The same people that you're trying to block have already overrun your system. So good job, guys.
You don't think?
I mean, like, I'm not trying to hate on Call of Duty, but
do you think them making that announcement kind of like poke the bear though? You know what I mean? Because it's like look, y'all, look, guess what? We about to come with some shit. Be scared. It's like I think that you just added fuel to the fire, which just got them to be like, nah, yeah, exactly your point, Anton. Just drop it. You should just drop it. No one would have known. Maybe had a little, because I know every time I launch a game on PC, I think it's called Easy Cheat. It's like a little panda bear that pops up in the corner of every game that I launch, and that's like a PC thing. So it's like, so I've learned about these anti-cheat softwares. They could have just dropped it, man. and then but you over here trying to poke the bear, like over here getting your booty hole all tight because Battlefield's coming. Like, nah. This is where they messed up.
I gotta read it because it was the post from. This is even Anton. You're spot on with the timeline. So October 12, if we go back even one day before that, Call of Duty posted a tweet and Instagram social media press release. See you tomorrow with an image that read, "Dear cheaters, dear cheaters, we love games. It's our passion. We're honored to make games for the greatest fans in the world." So many periods in this. We don't always get it right, but we're committed to doing our best. Period. Cheating ruins the fun for everyone. Period. No one likes a cheater. Period. Our goal is to deliver a fun and fair gaming experience. Period. For our developers. Period. For our fans.
Bro.
Period. And most importantly, ... for Call of Duty players everywhere. Period. Cheaters aren't welcome. Period. There's no tolerance for cheaters, and soon you'll know what we mean. Signed off, Call of Duty.
See, they pushed the goddamn button.
So pensive,
Immediately,
dude.
they got hit.
You're not that guy, pal.
You're not
Trust
thinking,
me. You're
bro,
not that guy.
I bet you to get past the cheat was just connecting all the periods with the line, and you probably will figure out how to fucking hack it. Dumbasses.
They really, really did come out with the egg on their face. Like,
That was stupid.
if you don't say anything and you just drop this, like, you don't say anything, and you
That's
just
the way to
drop a
move.
new anti-cheat system, and then it leaks and they come over it, whatever. It's like, yo, Call of Duty's trying though.
Yeah.
Right? Like, yo, forget these,
Yeah.
the cheaters. You guys suck, but you see how hard they're trying. They know how we feel about the game. But when your PR team and when your marketing department and you dummies greenlight something like this, you so greatly misunderstand your community. Like, you so greatly misunderstand so much. It's our passion, we're honored. Come on, if you guys think you're making the game, you're not. This is a community experience, man. This is bad.
Yeah, I agree,
Yeah,
man.
that wasn't. It was. I mean, and again, I'm not trying to like bash him, but in my opinion, it was just too late to begin with to even announce that. Like, cool, okay, now you guys want to say that? All right. And then the announcement I thought was whack. They should have just dropped it. And then the fact that it got hacked and leaked less than 48 hours later, it's just
Like,
three strikes, you're out, pal. I
the
don't know
whole
what
branding,
Like, thanks for
In the
trying.
middle of
the logo that they
Go
got
ahead,
a
J-Bo.
whole logo mark, like
they had branding.
you got the
you're
bullet
right.
bouncing, Ricochet. Psych.
But by the time we got that up on the Instagram, it had already been leaked. iMugs was like, yeah, all right, well, that's cool. And I was like, it takes me a minute to post these things. Sometimes I think the news will still be relevant in 12 hours.
Yeah.
But yeah, especially with Battlefield coming out and Apex making so much headway, and even Fortnite still managing to stay relevant.
Yes.
Like, man, they are biting it. They are biting it. They're stepping in it. All of the bad things.
Not looking good.
Not looking good.
You're not that guy, pal.
There was two more I was hoping to cover real quick.
Vanguard.
One I think I can fly through. I just wanted to touch on is shout out to Tatiana Tacca. I don't know her personally, but I've been following her for a while and just kind of this gaming industry journey. So she's certainly a leader in the space. And it says here that she launched an eSports, gaming, and anime consultancy called Oni Vision. This comes from eSportsinsider.com. Tatiana Tacca, formerly of Momentum Worldwide, has announced the launch of Oni Vision, a new consulting and advisory practice designed for brands, agencies, gaming properties, and entertainment IPs looking to engage with a variety of sectors. The consultancy will focus primarily on gaming, esports, anime, and live streaming. According to the release, Tacca aims to use Oni Vision to help bridge the gap between nerd and pop culture. This includes advising on sponsorship approaches, strategic partnerships, and marketing initiatives within the gaming space. It says here she's been a gaming professional for over 10 years. So she knows what she's talking about. She's an OG in the space, and I think this is very much needed. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Super cool.
Right, they're bringing experts into the space, and like we were just talking about, right, with whether it's Coca-Cola or we're just saying with Call of Duty, understanding the community is of dire importance, right? And as it shows, not just Coca-Cola, but even like gaming companies, gaming brands like Ricochet or Call of Duty can misstep and not understand the community you're speaking to. So I think this is important. I think there will be more of these brands and these agencies developing into the business space, I think also major agencies like CAA and TBWA and all these Wyden Kennedy, they're going to have to continue to bake in gaming and esports and live streaming, and they're already doing that. I know that for a fact. But again, it's going to become as healthy as film, TV, and music, right? So it's really exciting to see this growing. And again, it's happening kind of in front of us.
Yeah, someone that's like in the space, but then also has the experience too, to kind of help and have the vision to direct it.
We need to have representation in the rooms. Authenticity, right? You got to be in the room to make a difference.
Pretty cool. We'll have to keep looking out on that. That's dope.
I'm pretty excited for it. You want to cover XSET?
I can't get over it. Can't get over that. But like,
I wanted to read it, but that's all. Javo. You go ahead.
I mean, I guess we'll dip it a little bit. Let's see here. XSET looks to tackle the DMCA issues with new music platform StreamJ. Huh. All right. This is coming from dotesports.com. DMCA takedowns are the bane of every gaming streamer's existence. And now many top... I love that. The bane of every gaming streamer's existence. And now with many top publishing companies proving to be extremely... what is that? Litigious?
Litigious. That means they will take your ass to court. Litigation.
Okay, got you, bruv. The issue isn't going away anytime soon. But with the help of its connections to the music industry, XSET has found a way to give streamers music play on stream. While at the same time helping up-and-coming musicians get much-needed exposure. And that's where it's all about, bro. Exposure. All right. XSET announced today that it's partnered with DMCA Free Music brand, PRTL, to create a space for streamers to find music that they can stream for free called StreamJ. Music is a big part of gamer and streamer culture, and one without the other limits self-expression. XSET Chief Business Development Officer Clinton Sparks told eSports it also prohibits new artists and their music from being exposed to new audiences for free. Being able to provide emerging new artists music to streamers is a win-win-win. All right, XSET. I'm with you.
Your man Clinton's out there on
I'm
a roll.
with you, bro.
You know what I'm saying? He's out here trying to change the culture one brand and business at a time. I think this is dope. And you talked about it recently, right?
Yes.
They were trying to work out some deals, and it's like, I don't know. They continue to kick butt in this space, and they are, if anything, your boys at XSET know how to snag a headline. Like, they're in the news every week.
Go. And StreamJ, so StreamJ will be the software to stream for free. That's what it looks like.
What the fuck is that?
Who?
Yeah, what is? I don't know. You tell me. What's StreamJ?
I thought it was
You know what? Apparently, XSET's putting them on the map, right? Shout out to XSET.
Is that like Ray J's brand or something?
Scooty Bikes? Let me know if it's by the way, Scooty Bikes, any other Ray J, what are the Ray Pods? Raycon earbud?
Yeah.
Raycon.
If you want to sponsor here,
they got gaming ones.
Take all Ray J business.
They got gaming earpods, bro. Look, look at my hair.
Yo, hey, Ray J, listen here. This is what we need in the gaming community. There are black people and there are women that like to play video games, and I am not putting this on my hair,
bruh.
So if my hair's not put up, I'm not playing on the headset. Somebody make headsets for black gamers. We will endorse them. We will sell them. I'll just buy them.
Yes.
Make them for, and then there's like a community there.
Yes.
So think about it. Do it. We need
my
it.
shit up, bro.
Ray J.
Well,
where would we be without Ray J in the community?
I love Ray J, bro.
I think that's just about it. I'm gonna raffle through some of these raffle. Jump through some of these other headlines we didn't touch on, and we'll get out of here. So quickly, well, we'll ricochet through. There we go. Call of Duty Vanguard writers want to make multiple sequels, so it sounds like we're going to have Vanguard for a minute. If you guys saw this, I was going to touch on it, but short on time, but they have like a black character and a female character as like the leads, and I saw it, and I was like, look at y'all trying to hit diversity on the head. What were black and women people? What during the World War II? This is a strange one for you to try and make. But then they hit on this. We want to make multiple sequels with these characters. And you know what? I'm all for it. You do your thing. Hit that diversity. You know, so we got our first main black character in Call of Duty. Sure. Fortnite reveals upcoming cause collaboration. They have one every single week, so another one for Fortnite. Rumor mill.
W.
What's that?
It's a W for Fortnite.
Hey,
Fair. I'll take it.
Just real
I'm
quick,
interested
Kevin,
again.
that COD just goes to your point again with movies, bro. Let this become sequels, and then we're gonna get into the films, and it like. Just to your point, that's just something that, like, I was in here, like, when you said that sequel, it's like, yeah,
Bro, make a video game.
Yeah.
Or oh gosh, have a movie and then have the sequel be in the video game. You know what I mean? I would do that. There we go. We're having fun.
I'm only watching the Call of Duty movie if Michael B. Jordan is the headliner.
Did you see he's making a Static Shock film?
yes, let's go.
I'm hyped.
I got me a Michael
And
B.
please
Jordan.
give
point
me
exactly.
Static Shock video game. Just make it Spider-Man, but then dressing like Static Shock, and I'll spend all the money.
I got my little.
Rumor mill for Nintendo
Got me.
Switch. They say Perfect Dark 64 coming to Switch. Another hitter is coming back. If y'all remember that. Wild news in the mini fridge space this week. Not only is Dr. Pepper giving away a gaming chair with a built-in mini fridge, right? Because they know gaming, but the legendary Xbox Series X mini fridge is available for pre-order October 19th. It's real. It was a joke. It was supposed to be funny, and it's a real thing now.
That's awesome.
I think that's sick.
I think I might cop.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I'm definitely confident. That's so funny. The fact that it was like
The big
someone just
meme
made that like a joke,
became
and then
real.
Xbox was like, ah,
See what happens when you understand
Pre-order.
your own community.
Yes.
I'm telling y'all, Xbox is becoming cool
W.
again. Just wait. What else do we got? League of Legends removes all chat, which I found out is not removing all chat. There's like an all chat. It's called all chat, so we'll have to learn about that. And that's it. Yeah, those are the headlines for the week. So fucking busy.
Let's go, man.
it's a lot.
We're right on time for this Charger game.
No randoms.